I hope I didn't scare you there, but oogity boogity. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the final part to this quest line, the Chicken update. This is an interesting one indeed, and I'm going to be excited to kind of talk about this and hopefully move on to some new stuff. Hooray! And, long story short, this video is going to be finishing up everything, talking about some minor stuff, as well we're going to be talking about a review and what I thought about this update, as well as other cool information. Now, one of the pop-ups that came up during this time was this one, which is interesting because I've never really seen them kind of do this a whole lot. However, that being said, this kind of advertised the Heroes Diner, so I'm sure Crystal must have paid big money just to get that going, huh? Speaking of Crystal, I might as well get to show you a little bit of some of the characters, I guess, the monsters from the farm, quote-unquote. Well, there's chickens, of course. They're not much new. They're just kind of there. The rooster, which is mostly Greg. We've seen him mostly. And, of course, the were-chicken. Now, we've talked about it before and mentioned it a bunch of times. But yeah, I think the main gist of the inspiration behind this were-chicken is probably from the episode from Ghostbusters of Poultrygeist. I might be mistaken, but you can't deny that when you think of were-chickens, that's probably the first thing you think of when it pops up. It's interesting angle they're going with there, but okay, whatever. So, yeah, there's that. And before we go into the video, there is one last thing I wanted to mention, and that was this. This right here is a advertising to the Black Friday sale, and I will talk more about that when we get into the gameplay. But needless to say, this year's Black Friday deal was to get Curly. Now you would think that it would probably be a good deal like any other game, but no, it's not. It's well, we'll talk about that, but needless to say, not a lot of people were satisfied with it. And hopefully next time when they do something like this in the future, they'll fix that. Here's hoping anyways. But with that in mind, let's go ahead and dive into the gameplay and finish this off real quick. And then be able to do our little review. So until then, let's just start. Alright, so now we have about 28 days, so these are going by fast, and the next 28 days is going to be real quick, real fast, like it usually does. But anyways, let's continue.
Well now, no mall, disgusting food, awful people. There's a good amount of work to do. Oh, just thinking about it makes me tired. Perhaps I could use a quick nap first?
Oh, I can't believe this. She's lazier than me. And I've been dead for ages now. Girl, let's shake things a little. Wake her up. Bark loudly, my boy. Loud as hell.
Oh yes! Showtime!
What a horrible place. Stray dogs disturbing all day. Maybe it's best if I go check my newest acquisition, the Hero Diner.
Yeah, about the Hero Diner. Let's learn about more of it.
It's incredible! I'm so smart. I can't understand why my new employee isn't more thankful. The Hero's Diner is such an improvement for this garbage town.
Taking out the garbage.
Greg, there you are. It's impossible to reach you when I need you. Have you talked to Daddy?
I can't do it. I'm so scared. You know how he can be.
I don't care. I need more money. If he doesn't want us back home, he must send us some money. The new girl's complaining and I need everything to be perfect.
How is that my problem? You were the one who trash-talking about her.
Oh, I don't know. She deserved it. Such a freak. Freaking freak. Oh, what's happening?
Alright, activated and clucking and obtained some chicken legs. So we already know how to get the chicken legs, but clucking, this is the first of these animations I've been holding off to show you. Her turning into a chicken. Ooh! We've seen a little bit of this in the third part, and I joked near the end of that about going to the Mayfield Bazaar. But thinking about it with that dialogue exchange that she just did, she and Reggie are so alike. Maybe not so much. Reggie seems to be more sophisticated, where she's just a spoiled little brat princess type archetype. But they both have this whole daddy issues, like, oh, money, please, like a silver spoon growing up kind of deal. And, yeah, I do like the fact how Vanessa is chasing the chicken. Like, you get the little animation with the chicken, so that's cute. That's fun and games. So, anyways, I had to wait to get them all because I wanted to make sure I get 100% on this and not just, you know, maybe sometime I get it. I know kind of the BS that we've seen before. BS being boldly stated. I think that's what it stands for. They know. No. Okay, let's be honest. We all know what that stands for, but YouTube, shh, don't tell nobody. Right, so a lot of stuff is going on now, and I'm kind of happy we're gonna get to the end of this. This has been a long time coming, and yeah, with work being busy and all that stuff, and pretending as if this is November, it's a lot to deal with, and I'm sure people watching this in the future, whenever this happens, you probably watch this during the Thanksgiving, so it's not gonna matter so much. But yeah, what can I say? A lot of stuff has been going on. And, yeah, I'm more excited to talk about the next one popping in. And, well, I'll save that when that video pops in. So we'll save it for now. Let's just go ahead and finish this off so we can move on. And, basically, just kind of deal with just getting a little bit more of just enjoying this little break we have in our game so far, because as of right now, we've rarely gotten this kind of break, unless, if I recall, it was like maybe back in 2019. Now, I probably might talk about this depending on what might happen when the update comes in for February in the future. But if it is what I think it is, then I might make a video on theories on what I think might be going on. Maybe. I don't know. This will make more sense and context after this has passed in a few, but anyways, I'll ignore that for now. Here's clucking. Yeah, as you could expect, it's her doing the chicken clucking, as per usual. Also, I'll have him do some more, you know, chicken stuff for me. And, yeah, this is her doing the clucking, and, yeah, as he's riding the dolly, giving me that turkey. I don't know, is it chicken or turkey? I don't. It's a roasted bird. How about that? So we have her doing this, kind of clucking around, shoveling her stuff as per usual, and making a weird-looking fuss about it. But yeah, there's another animation that's a little bit weird, and there are some animations that for some reason kind of glitch out, and I will point out exactly what they look like. But I'll show that in the future when it comes up closer. And then, yeah, I want to show off. Yay, I got a ham during the thing. Isn't that great? Anyways, continuing on.
I've been feeling weird. I don't know. Like something's pulling my body. Never mind. I don't have time for that. Come.
Where are we going now?
I have to show you a little project I got. I think it's a nice way for people to know us, Mr. Faraday. This is my brother, Greg.
Oh boy, it's the mad director. Glad to see him popping back in.
It's a pleasure. I have great ideas for your money. I mean, your movie.
A movie? About us? Oh, I'm gonna be a star?
No, you fool! It's about me! I will talk about you, but you can't be in the movie. You don't have my natural charm.
Man, she's mean. I mean, well, come on, poor Greg. I mean, even I'm sympathizing with the guy. Yeah, I mean, I don't like him because of how he acts and all that stuff, but come on, you don't gotta be mean by that. Also, yeah, nice to see Faraday come back, and, ooh, boy. I can't believe I won't be in the movie. I've so much to give.
Don't worry, young Greg. I'm an expert. The best director in town. I can persuade anyone. That's part of my job. You know, dealing with strong characters.
Besides, if I must be honest, my intention is to change your sister's idea a little. I believe a dark profile for you two would make it easier to fit. You know, he actually has an idea there. I mean, this is opposite land.
What? I heard that! Forget it, freak! You're fired! Why is it so difficult to follow a simple order? Oh, this is too much. I need to rest again. My skin's wrinkly when I'm angry. I need cream and sunshine.
Oh, this girl is too much. Don't worry, Crystal. Your skin will have no use when you reach my age.
Come on, Curly, how old are you? Like 1,000 years old? That's young, man. Nah, you don't look an age of 1,000. Lordy, look who's turning 40. Anime tanning, obtain Thanksgiving meals, 2 of them, so that's going to be easy for me to do, so not too much there. There's the other animation with the tanning booth thing combination. You know, we saw the first one, now we're going to see this other one. Now, what's interesting, and I finally have enough to get that in a minute. I'm going to sell some stuff and then get that. Now, what's interesting about this particular, what do you call it? I had a thought, and then it kind of went around me. Yeah, when it came to Curly, it's weird to see him talking about how, oh, I'm old, you know, because I'm a dead skeleton guy. And I'm like, well, when you were introduced back in the 90s, you were supposed to be cool hipster dude, like, whoa, cowabunga, you know, that kind of thing. But now most people will probably look at him and go like, man, what a hipster. Because for some reason, this evolves into the hipster style. Anyways, I had to cut a little bit because Princess here wants to move slow like a turtle, you know, to get to her destination. Alright, you can't all day, Princess, go ahead. And there you go. She's having her sun rays so that you know, she can get some tanning going on, and while this is going on here, she's seeing the reflection of the pig butts behind her. She's gonna pretend as if those don't exist. Yeah, I know the everything's gonna change, so it's not gonna be that pathetic anymore for her. But come on, you know, at this point, pig butts. Yeah, I think a good view. To see animals, the Animal Farm, and George Orwell's Animal Farm, man. I remember reading that book when I had to go into school. I know, that was a real long time ago for me, like a decade or so. But I remember I had to read George Orwell's Animal Farm. And it's an interesting take when you learn a little bit about history with him in particular. Because the whole reasoning behind it, and not the theory, but you know, the meaning behind it and everything, and the symbolism, it's an interesting topic for another day. This channel will not talk into stuff like that because this is all about Goosebumps, baby, and that's all you get for now, for these types of videos anyways, so only Goosebumps information. Yeah, right, R.L., oh yeah, let's talk, okay, R.L. Stein, alright, let's talk about this guy. What has he been doing lately? He's been, besides writing his books of, the normal ones, like the Goosebumps one that they've, announced, expanded upon for 4 more issues. So it was supposed to end sometime this, in 2021. And instead, they decided to add 4 more books. So the poor guy has to do another year or so until he's fully done. I think, I'm not too sure what will end up happening after the fact. I'm sure he's still going to be writing books, but, you know, he's getting old, right? He's getting up there in age. He probably needs to enjoy a break or something for the rest of, you know, the rest of the life he has. And I'm sure, well, it's going to be hard to say because people have a weird view on whether or not someone should do something with the franchise, because technically the franchise is owned by Scholastics, but people are like, well, I like R.L. Stein to do stuff better than, say, someone of Joe Schmo. But anyways, this is Marty's animation, and you're not surprised, it's the same thing like everyone else, as you'll see in a bit. But yeah, as you'll probably see in the future, my idea of what I think might end up happening is, I'm sure the Goosebumps brand is not going to die anytime soon. they'll find maybe something to do. Like, they've already been kind of exploring this, by the way, with the IDW comics. And that depends on your opinions on them. Some of them, most of them were hit or miss. You know, there was one, I think, that was pretty decent, like pretty close to a Goosebumps style book. Other ones are kind of like, eh, and then, you know, it's a whole different ball game because there's other problems dealing with the comic industry as of right now that is too much to deal with. And yeah, we have about 4 more quests to go before we're done. And yeah, so that'll be interesting to finish that off. And yeah, anyways, time passed to show you all of them doing this because I don't know, I have problems. I want to show some stuff off. And it's funny how Mars moving so slow where the other ones are not. Anyways, here's another bundle, the Gotham Fall Park. The reason actually this is not new, what is going on here, and then I'll ignore that thing going up and down. That did not happen. But why I wanted to show that is because, and this will mention in the review. For some reason, in the beginning of the week, for some bizarre reason, the books also disappear, by the way, because even if you bought it, it's weird. It always seems to be happening. They have to fix the special books. But anyways, before that whole thing runs off, for some bizarre reason, people were not able to access this bundle. I don't know why. They just never got the chance to do it. So what they had to do was reintroduce it into the game. And that was the reason why I was showing it off there, to show, oh yeah, it's back in the game now. So, anyways, Princess is done here, so we'll continue on with one of the quest lines.
Everything is ruined. No one will do as I say anymore. Who would listen to a chicken? Oh, my things, the clothes, my accessories. Yes, I didn't forget about you, brother. You have problems too. See. Still, I can't stop thinking about my precious things. Useless now.
Oh, please. Stop whining. It's just a tiny spell. It will end at some point. I'm not as evil as you, Crystal.
Evil? How? I've always given good orders. I've had to use my money to buy beautiful things. You're just jealous.
You're a giant chicken. What does she need to be jealous about?
Unbelievable! Crystal, look! No one's helping you! Your money's useless! Does that ring any bells?
It doesn't. Yeah, sadly, no. She did not learn any lessons. Well, I don't know. Ah.
I give up. That girl can think whatever she wants. Oh, relax, girl. I promise she'll get the message sooner than later. Some people are just a bit more set in their ways. You're probably right. It's sad, though. I've cooked so much stuff, and now we're not going to have our Thanksgiving feast. Well, that's not that bad. After all, as witches, the only good meal for us is a juicy pair of nosy children.
What?
I'm joking, boy. Oh, you should see your face. You deserve it for snooping back there.
Oh yeah, I forgot Lucy and Dustin was around here. I was wondering what they were up to. Anyways, sell bloody muffins, obtain monster pies, 5 of them, and get a scarometer. So, oh boy, I'm sure so glad to do this. Keep me busy, huh? I couldn't finish it right away, so I gotta do this. Actually, why am I complaining? I got characters that'll give me monster pies real quick, so, but I swear, I'm sure the average Joe is looking at that and going, it's like, ooh, 5, and reach a scarometer milestone. Okay, ooh, just a milestone. So I don't need to fill up the whole thing. That's gonna come up in the end. I can't wait. Oh man, but eventually when it comes, I joke about the whole inconvenience, but honestly, something like this is easy for me to kind of do. Yeah, especially with Curly. It's a weird thing with Curly. speaking of which, when we finally get to that year in review kind of thing, video after I've done this next update coming up in the stories, whatever, it's gonna be interesting to talk about my views on what I thought was the best and the worst, and then also talk about apparently what other people thought, because I ended up talking to a few people, people who've watched this and other stuff, and to see what they think. And the results are somewhat interesting. Also, yeah, I want to point out that her color is now background to the background color is exactly to what she needs to get to, if that makes sense. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna cut that and have Curly do the monster pies for me, because I need them. I need to craft them, quote unquote. But I'll just have them give it for me, because I'm not gonna give them nothing. They don't deserve it. I'm not giving the Monster Diner any of my food. What do they think I am, a charity? They gotta be thankful for that. Nah, they can make their own dang food. I need this. We'll have them come up from the grave for like 6 hours. That will be fun. I'll leave you to it for the rest of the little bit. Anyways, we got that going on. And yeah, we'll have her just do that. We'll just have her just filling the pot with books. Why not? Okay. And we'll have her do that again, because why not? It's gonna be a while before we get to finish Rich Girl, because I think we also need to kill 2 birds with 1 stone with that. But let's see here. What do we need to do? Man, this has got... One of the annoying things about this is having everything to load back into the game. I get why they kind of did that, but at the same time, it's like... Oh, really? Alright, yeah, so I forgot I need Thanksgiving meals. Oh, how hard, Like, the diners... Whatever, it's whatever you call it. And, yeah, that's passed, and we finally got this going on here. And, we'll do this here. Now, then. We got that done, so we don't have to worry about that. And, yeah. Here, what I wanted to show off was basically the items that I already have, but are also available during this update. Namely, these old, Halloween decorations that for some reason didn't get appeared in Halloween, but now we know why. It's because I get the idea. It's like, oh, a parade balloon with inflatables, so why not do this? And then like, okay, yeah, I see where you're going with this, but, alright, yeah. I did like what they tried to do with their town. It kind of made it look kind of cool. That's a one thing, yeah, and then I decided to say, you know what, screw it, I'm going to do this instead, so I'm just going to show it one by one. So, yeah, here are the spiders. Based on real spiders you could have bought back in the day. Here's a green toxic one. That's cute. Now we're gonna get a weird looking vampire. Yep, there he is. Yeah, look at that guy. Yeah, it looks cool there. It's a tall boy. And the 2-headed dragon we've seen, and then the Thanksgiving table we've seen, and then everything else is new. Alright, so now a whole lot to show off, but yeah, there you go. They're there. So you get to see them in the game. And, yeah, it's kind of weird now, the way I kind of do these videos and trying to look back at when I started back in 2018, late 2018, with, the Invasion of the Body Squeezers, because had I been doing this kind of thing when that when that update came out, it would have probably been a lot more different. And, in hindsight, and yeah, I wanted to show this off, because the table here, you actually could have gotten it still in the game, but... whatever. Oh yeah, and at some point they actually fixed the glitch so that she no longer drops currency for this update like she wasn't supposed to, and that's fixed now. And yeah, so you see, she's no longer available. As it should be. Right. So eventually, we've gotten some stuff to go on here. Sell some stuff because why not? And I believe I'm looking at this because, no, not that. Oh, okay, I had to sell them, right? Alright, so there's that. I thought I was going to buy that land. I guess not. Yeah, so this is what I need in order to get the monster pie. So it is annoying if you don't have any of the characters to help you drop it. Again, I talked about in my Crafting 101 how you could bypass these, but yeah, when I excited to go, oh boy, we got to do this, right? This is why, because most of these items are going to require you to do this here, this thing, this legs, right? And if you don't have any of the premium characters, you're SOL. And yeah, now we can move on to the quest. Sis, sorry to bother you when you're so busy sunbathing, but I've been feeling a bit weird too. I feel my body changing. It's strange. Do you have any eggs? I think it would be nice to have some eggs around, even to sit on them. Keep them warm. I can't explain it. Do roosters, like, rest on eggs? I mean, I know chickens, like, roosters, I don't know. Someone who knows about chicken biology can probably explain that to me. It'll be a nice learning experience. The more you know.
Oh God, not you too! Does this town make a freak out of everyone? Go away! Don't bother me until you've talked to Daddy, chicken! We need the money! Oh wait, maybe I'm feeling it too. Go find Vanessa girl. She has some eggs in the hero's diner. Make sure she doesn't break them.
Oh, something's wrong, girl?
Nothing's wrong. I'm perfect. Nothing could happen to me. I was just wanted to tease my dumb brother.
I think you're lying. Just like that, rich girl's done. The quest line is done, and what can you expect? Yeah, so we're done with that. Now we have to focus on the main quest line. And yeah, so I don't know if she was really messing with him or what. Also, yeah, it's weird. Maybe someone can explain with the whole like I know in the other birds they usually tend to do that, you know, as a family kind of pair. I can see that. Not so much everything else, but anyway, she has a lot more other things here, like for example speaking, which looks something like this, with her swatting her face. Why? Why is she swatting her face? Well, that's because originally there was actually another quest, or not another quest, but another animation that actually showed properly what that was. And for some reason, you see it, like, when she first does it, it works, but then afterwards, it doesn't work. So, what's weird about it is that what originally supposed to happen is, you know, I tried to go in here to try to do this. Didn't work, unfortunately, so I'm like, what's going on? So I'm like, you know what, screw it, I'm going to show you what it looks like. This here is what this is supposed to look like. For some reason, her animation did not load in the beak, but it's supposed to be like her beak kind of like, you know, pops, and then she's like freaking out, and then the beak just fades away. So, you know, to get the idea, speaking, because it's like beak. Anyways, instead it looks like she's sneezing and swatting her face. Again, there are going to be issues, not this one, but there's the next event we're going to talk about. There's this weird looking animation that goes on that's a bit weird. And I will show that off when we get to there, but for now, yeah, and I think I did see this before, but if not, here it is again, of her walking her dog. And my god, the dog, he looks ugly, like, ooh, I don't like it. I don't like it. You know, like, the other dogs, they're good, they're like, you know, they're good doggos, but this one, I don't know what that is. That's not a dog, I don't know what that is. That's, That's ugly. Actually, no, dogs are always cute. Even the ugly ones, or they still called quote-unquote ugly ones. But, yeah, Curly's done giving me my monster pies. So, now, we will be able to finish this off.
Oh yes, poetic justice. Look at those chickens go.
Curly, are you serious? I can't believe you!
What did I do now?
Nice moves, bro. Play ignorance. Classic strategy.
What your Homandas are trying to say is, how come you invited those lovely witches to our Thanksgiving dinner?
I'm not really used to merging in stories like that, but I guess I can do that. See you at night. You too, player.
I mean, it's not your job. You do that all the time, Curly.
Clarissa, how great you are back. Today we remembered so much of your food.
Thank you, Mrs. Dark. Nevertheless, everything is delicious. Those monster pies? What a treat. And how do you call this? Monsterator? Incredible! I've always had a lot of farm food.
Basic stuff. This is a lot weirder, and exactly what I needed. I was worried those monsters would make me do all the hard work myself.
For a moment, that was actually the plan.
You have to know that.
Alright, place the parade balloon, animate cheering at the parade, obtain the monster bucket. 6 of them? Is that not enough? Why? I know I'm closer to the end, and I'm pretty much, like, having days left, but come on. Like, oh, that hurts. But, yes, after this will be the last parade balloon we need. And then all I will need to do is get the weird pink car that's worth a lot of money for Princess over there. Like 12,000 of the chicken eggs baskets. Like, why do you need that much? Alright, but whatever. We got the sad, pathetic balloon of drool. But this will help us in a few ways. Oh, yeah, and then this is what you need for the monster buckets, which is like, oh. But anyways, this is what we're going to show Justin off doing the animation like everyone else. But with drool here, let's open up this. Well, I'm going to show that later on. Yeah, but this is family stunts. Him doing that again. I talked about that during the Halloween thing, but he's gonna do that to help me with the chicken buckets. Chicken buckets! And I think, yeah, Vanessa also does this too, so I'm pretty good with that. But what else am I gonna tell? Yeah, I might as well have him animate cheering at the parade balloon, don't I? Show that off. And then I'll show off the fact, oh yeah, this is the other thing too, look at that. Look what I need more. I just need one more bucket. And I get my chicken parade. Oh boy. One of these people are going to drop it for me already, and I can't wait. I can't wait to show you what it looks like. And I'm kind of tempted to do that, but I'm going to wait it out. So we'll just take a few more minutes, and it's done. And now he's going to head over there. Like I've already kind of made him go there. I don't know why that popped up, but, well, whatever. Anyways, I'm gonna have Dustin go up there and do his thing. Now, the last quest to this, I'm gonna talk about this, but it's interesting what they did, because I thought it was gonna be like, oh, you need this, and they're like, oh, no. But no, they did something else entirely. But anyways, if you're curious, what does it look like? Well, yeah, it looks exactly like you think it does. Like everybody else. Do you want to know what Curly's looks like? I bet you do. I bet you know what exactly this is going to look like. But here's all of them parading on their animals. I don't know why Marty's parading with Danger, but okay. Oh, and this here, I'm showing this off because there's one last bit of dialogue I forgot to kind of do. If you remember my Beware of the Creeps back in I think back in May 2020 when I did that, I kind of showed off the beginning of this, but I didn't get to the end. Well, lucky for you, I did, and here it's going to come. So I've sold this off, and
the end of the world is coming. Be forewarned. Learn the plans of the alien invasion in advance. I don't think the Creep's commander will like that his soldiers are selling intelligence, but he should probably think about the risks recruiting teenagers to conquest other planets.
Yeah, wait a minute, isn't the commander supposed to be Wiki Beamer? I know the story's kind of all over the place there, but I don't know. Yeah, weird connections there. But anyways, yeah, then we get Grandma and the Feather, and we've already talked about this, and I kind of showed this one off, so we're not going to bother with this. We're going to skip this, and once we do that, you'll be surprised to know that this is the end. I have now caught up. I did all the dialogue to everything. Oh boy, yay! Now everything else is just normal grind stuff. So no dialogue, so we're gonna skip all that. So, now we're done. We're all caught up from the big boo-boo that happened back in October. So that was quick. Right, but you know, with that big boo-boo actually helped me out because now I got to show off and archive some stuff. I'm sad to say not everything, unfortunately, like the beginning of when this game came out. But luckily for me, Casey did that. So yeah, there we go. So I got 10, 6, 10, 7, 6 of everything, and here it is! This is what it looks like. Oh boy, look at that thing. That is a parade balloon if I ever did see one. A parade. Yeah, I'm just pretending as if I'm doing a parade going on the streets. Like I'm being a child when it comes to this, you know. Oh, and this is weird. Okay, I'm gonna place this right here. But this is the interesting part. Look where Lucy is right now because of her placement. It looks like she's on the parade. Look at that. She's taking it on with the parade. Yeah, it would have been interesting if Crystal did that with her monster form, but you know, maybe if when they introduce this back, we might have that. But for now, yeah, look at that. I made it to the point where the game makes it look like that. So there you go. I got everything besides that car, and that's gonna be my biggest thing to deal with. And I draw the weird looking smiley face. Anyways, as you'll see, I made some new land expansion that is going to be helpful for me for a particular book in the upcoming future when it comes to the special. I will show that off later on, but as you can probably see in the background, you probably know what it is. Yeah, I gotta pretend as if that doesn't exist right now, but yeah. Anyways, we are almost done with the quest line, and then it's all about talking about what updates and stuff has come through with this. So, now we'll show off this. This is the animation he has here, cheering at the parade, obviously with his buddy Drool. And I'm sure if Drool was doing the cheer at the parade, it would be him shaking, because that's the only thing he can do, because he's a dog. So, want to guess what his animation is? Is it going to be unique? I don't know, let's find out. Let's find out with this sad-looking balloon. Yep, and that's what I thought. Just like everybody else, just do this. What is this anyways? What is this cheering? It looks weird. But, okay, look at that sad-looking balloon. You know what? I feel bad for the Drool balloon because it looks like Eeyore. Like, he's like, oh, I'm so depressed. That droopy man, I hate my life. Anyways.
Well, no one of you monsters want to say thanks.
Is it supposed to be not no?
I know you don't think I'm a great scary monster like you all, but I think of you as an important part of my family, and I'm glad to be here.
Huh, weird. It's nice to see Thalia is back. Also, why did her skin turn back to pale? I guess that whole color thing didn't last very long, huh? Wait. Does that mean Mr. Chameleon's around?
Oh, girl, you're gonna make me cry!
Yeah, very touching indeed, but let's go ahead and end this story off.
Hey, Drool, even we can be a happy family. That means everyone can. Well, maybe not everyone. Those two were something else.
Come here, Greg. You've heard the ugly witch. It will eventually go away.
Wow, okay, what a... Oh, okay, wow, you're going that route. You know what? Yeah, whatever's gonna happen to you, you rightfully deserve.
Must find danger. I lost it.
Cuckoo!
And here it is, place the parade and oh, the Monsterator. Didn't build the scare meter. Oh boy! I already got the parade, so I'm good with that. But, oh. Thank God I got the game-breaking OG the best character, Curly, doing this for me because, oh man, 25 days too. Look how fast I went with this. It feels like ages since I did it, but yeah, no, it's been quick. Right, yeah. It's gonna be a while for me to get that because I'm gonna have Curly do this for a while. This is a bit spoiler, but if you want to know why the monster raid is going to be a bit of a pain, Well, this is what it looks like. Yeah, there it is. This is what you need. Good. Yeah, you could skip it for $7, but nah, no thank you. Oh, what can you do? This is one of those games that you have to do it like this, right? Sacrifices needs to be made, profits need to be done, or else the game doesn't go and I don't get content, so why not? A bit of my misery is for your enjoyment. That's how it works, right? Oh yeah, and the fellow scarometer, that's gonna be fun. And then my rewards is 1,500 of the currency and $5. Oh, those $5, man, that's worth it. All right, so yeah, do you want to guess what happens near the end of this quest line? Like what's the twist? What's the whole what's gonna happen? Where's her comeuppance? Well, it kind of got a little hinted at, but it's going to be nothing too exciting. It's not going to spoil what's coming up next, but by now you already know what it is. But that next update, I have lots to talk about, especially having to shout somebody out because they ended up finding my video and. Some information about one of the first Christmases has to come up. You'll understand when I finally do my part 0 to the event 23. I believe it's event 23, and it's like 23 events so far. Wow, okay. What an year it's been, 2020. Me being sleepy is another thing I do for you. I don't know what that meant. That meant something. That gotta mean something to somebody. And there goes a bunch of people running away like Fleshman. Alright. And one thing I will say is thank you for fixing the animations to some of these people, like the mutant. Because it's nice to see the mutant finally actually working as intended, as well as all the other people. Because I remember the mutant was this frozen stiff. And there's still videos on that, so that's funny. But you know, I'm glad to see they fixed that. Although I still find it weird. He's still pretending as if he's, you know, a little girl. But yeah, well, he's not a little girl. But you know what I mean. I talked about it when that whole attacker mutant came up, and it's weird. Yeah, so now I have to do his monster raiders, so I got all the hard stuff away, and the monster noises in the background, ignore them. And, yeah. So, this is all I need. Because the monster raiders! That's a nice name, by the way, the monster raiders. Like, creepy stuff, because HorrorTown. Now that reminds me of that meme that happened earlier this year. Remember? Marty always having to point out, "Dad, it's HorrorTown, man! You didn't realize it's scary, it's HorrorTown! It's HorrorTown!" And then I just snapped. Back in June, and then, yeah, I made that meme of the dancing coffin thing. Yeah, fun times. What wasn't fun is this year's been so weird. Everyone's in lockdown. The whole world stopped. I don't know. They're just rambling on now. Whew. But hey, you know what? It shows that I'm having enjoyment. Alright, but wait a minute. Whatever happened to... Oh yeah, this is the hen house, by the way. This is what you need one of the quests, request things, but... What was that one thing I talked about before? And I'm gonna buy, by the way, because why not? I was thinking about something. What? Oh yeah, remember when I told you, all happiness and good things up ahead, like the Halloween thing. That's the only bad thing. Everything happy as in otherwise. And then now you're gonna be like, wow, Grim, it doesn't sound like you're happy. Oh no, I am. Oh boy, I am. Alright, the parade pack. This is the next special offer that got popped up. And this is what I got, but if you were new and you want to guess what this is all about, well, yeah, no surprise, it's all the parade balloons and the crystals, as well as our other stuff, so You know, if you really don't want to spend all the items, you can just buy money in like that. And it gives you all the easy items plus 75 bucks, and I guess it's not a bad deal, but I don't know. You could do it without it, in my opinion, but yeah, so I got new land now, and as you can see, I've added buildings there. We'll come and talk about in the future, but not today. Not today! Right, so now we're done with this. One more monsterator, and then we're done, and then the quest is over. So let's see what the dialogue has to say for us.
Chicken. So tasty.
Oh no, Drool. Come on. Don't eat that. Your belly's gonna suffer later, you know.
Thanks, doggy. Why are you looking like that?
Okay, maybe the chickens shouldn't be so thankful this year. But you should, player, because next time, this Towns of Horror is coming for you. Happy Thanksgiving!
Yeah, happy belated Thanksgiving, everybody. That's Chicken. It's all done and over with. And for those who hate Crystal, you can just pretend as if Drool ate her and she's dead. Alright? That's what happened. She died. She no longer exists. Let's be honest, she's not dead. Oh, look! Lots of raiders helped me with that, so that's good. Great. So the other ones are going to be an interesting tweet. I forgot I had to get that done, but that's going to be easy. What's going to be hard is to get the car that eventually we'll get later on and down the road. And as you'll notice, I finished everything off before the Black Friday thing happened. So I did this all within a week or so. So, yeah, when you're a premium player, that's what ends up happening, right? Now, I wouldn't say I'm a whale, because that would imply that I'd buy everything I see. I guess a dolphin would be pretty much precise. But see, my argument there is that I'm doing this as investment. I do this because I view this as somewhat of a job. So I'm like, well, I'm paying money, so that way I can show you in a video what it is. So you don't have to suffer, sometimes. Though, sometimes, 2 occasions I got things for free. One of them a bad character that I feel bad about. And then another one was actually more of a pleasant surprise and a treat. And I'll talk about them when we get closer to them. If you're listening to this, you probably can guess what it is. But if not, I'll spoil it for you. It's not going to be the next one. It's going to be the beginning of the new year. So that will be something. Right. Fade out time. Let's see. This is what I've been doing as far as redecorating goes. Nothing too out of the ordinary. As you see, I've kind of made some empty space there and a fence. That is because I'm going to add all this stuff over to the farm area for the sole purpose of making this look a little bit more better than it once was. So we're going to have magic time happen, and it's going to go all the way down there. All this stuff, it's all going to be good, and this is what's the result. Wow, look at that. This looks even better, doesn't it? The pig butts are right where they belong, with the hen houses, and now she's doing her thing next to the farm, next to Emily's. I hope she's doesn't mind about that. Got the Thanksgiving meals done, so that's good. There's going to be a hard part. I'm not sure which one's going to be next, but both of them are going to be somewhat easy, so it's not going to be too bad. Hams, as you can expect, probably the first thing I got done, and then the monster muffins, blood things. Oh, I got both of them, so that's great. Look at that, I got all of them at once. So, so this is the book prize, the Gospin Falls farm founder, and man, what a man he is! What a guy! What a pilgrim! Yeah, I guess he's a pilgrim. Look at that. I don't know who he is, but let's see if we can build some lore on it. Who is this man, the Gossam Falls founder? Well, no, Gossam. Is it Gosham? Gosham. English language, man, I hate it. Just because of how weird it is. But yeah, this is the card, by the way, and sadly I don't have enough right now. Yeah, look at that. $950 to buy all the rest. Nah, thank you. No, thank you. I think I'll pass on that. But yeah, here's this. get you the hog huts. I believe you can only get one of these, so this is from the other game. Anyways, 22 days left, and here is a, yeah, this is some video stuff to show you how long this has been. Anyways, this, for some reason, has now changed, so now it's in the standard. I'm wondering why that's the case, but okay, it's a standard side quest. Thing is, too, in the new year, they've actually updated and changed some things up to kind of, I'll explain that when we get close to that. I'm way going into the future right now, so that's not entirely important, but, oh boy, we finally got the last thing to do, which is this. I've saved enough money, and hooray, I got the car. Wow. I'm gonna have her drive the car and run people over with it. Actually, you know what? I'll give people credit. They're walking in the sidewalk and not on the streets. That's a nice feature. You would think that they'd be walking on the roads, and for some reason, no one's on the roads. Like, we need cars to drive on there. Instead of having people... Oh yeah, by the way, okay, so remember what I mentioned about them being scared animation? Well, watch this, okay? Watch this. They actually now have this animation going on. So, here's a close-up of that. Yep, see? So this is an animation. And I'll also show one of crystals, because I figured that would be an interesting one too. But as you see, they actually fixed their scare animations here. So now... what happens is that they actually have this little, like, oh no, I'm scared, and then they run away. And of course she gets scared, like being blocked by the big dragon, because look how massive this thing is. Like, I know he's cool looking, but come on, there you go, look, that's a better look of that. Okay, so now you saw both of them do that, and that's great.
To make sure this is all said and done, I noticed this here. Looks like someone was fishing, and I thought that was a little nice, what do you call it, detail? I'm going to try not to talk so much because, unfortunately, at this point, I'm not well, unfortunately. Yeah, hopefully, I'm able to come back once, before the next thing comes up, but, yeah.
Yeah, that was back when I was dying, so that's nice. 14 days left, and, yeah, whatever. Oh yeah, and then here's the quest for this week. The second last week, a cooking pot. This is what you need for it, and, I don't know about that one. Oh yeah, and the last chance this will occur. This is the Black Friday deal. Oh boy, what a deal it is. But, you're wondering what you get if you actually are new to the game? Well, this is the bundle. This is the Black Friday deal for you. Here it is. This is what you get. You get Curly, you get a chair, you get 5 Monsterators, $50, and extra storage space for $12.99 Canadian. What a ripoff. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. If this was like $5, that'd be fine. But no. No, I'm sorry, no. Black Friday is for deals, not for me getting another chance to get the Curly broken game character. I'm glad he's finally in the game now, by the way. Thank you for that. But that's not fun. that's not fun. And, rightfully so. Especially when I'm playing your other games and I'm seeing bundles upon oh yeah, and I've put a secret thing down there because why not, right? You know, it's the Phantom of the Auditorium. Yeah, so this is the new weird looking thing I've done with the changing everything around to make things look fit better. Still working on some stuff, but yeah, and as you can see, I've made a little home over there. And I kind of showed this off already, but yeah, here it is again. And alright, so let's do that. And now let's go over here. And let's see what else have I changed over here? Let's find it. Yeah, oh yeah, I put him over here because you know, Cuddles is with the monster stuff, so there he is. What else did I did? Where was it? Oh yeah, I put Mrs. Mars Cat over here because I guess school. Why not? It's a school mascot now. Drool is over here, of course, near the cemetery as he's supposed to be. And, right. Here's some other things, too, I want to show off with this. So, they actually added some items into the game. I'm assuming they did this for a few reasons. Oh, yeah, these are the other trees, by the way, that, was added for some reason, but they look a bit odd. It's weird to describe it, but it's like, you could tell they stood out. They're like, huh, what is that? But yeah, that's one of the new tree assets that got added. No, I don't want the clock tower, please. Alright, so let's see this here. It is, going back over here. Yeah, so there's like trees like this. Like little shrubs. I don't know why this is the case, but there it is. Other things too is the tree like this. And then, you know, they also add stuff like shrubs, which I've kind of showed up before. Oh yeah, and remember, and they added a telephone, I guess, because of the other characters. But remember this glitch? Oh. Oh yes. Oh boy. I'm glad to see this pack. Why is this here? I don't know. And I'm kind of scared. This thing is glitching out as we speak. In fact, 1 second left, and it's still gonna stay like that. Yeah, so like 11 hours before this game ends. I don't know why it glitched out, and, huh. Okay then. It's done. We're gonna pretend as if that didn't happen. Oh boy, okay. Alright, so 7 minutes left, and as is now new tradition, new tradition we do, what we do now, I show you everything else again. So this is the final conclusion. This is what everything looks like, right? I don't know why I didn't show you a little bit of her thing, but the new tradition is when it's like few seconds left before event ends. If I can record that is when before the event ends, I summon them one last time as a farewell, goodbye, and then I wait for the countdown to happen. So we're gonna have them all get summoned one last time as a final farewell. Because after this, no more giant chickens, no more chickens, no more Rooster Greg, and no more weird witch Vanessa in a green ball of magic and books. Right, so this whole event was interesting. I did like the kind of twist they made this update to kind of fit in with the Thanksgiving theme. And the characters they've done, for the most part, I did enjoy it. A lot of people did. But I can see where some people's argument was, especially when it came to Crystal, because of her personality is so bad. But, oh yeah. I won't spoil that for now. I'll wait until we get to that whole end thing as we usually do beforehand. But, anyways. A slow chicken. Giant. I still remember that. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's giant chicken from the Family Guy. That was a skit that went on for long. It was like one weird sketch, and then it just became a thing, and then he became a villain in the mobile game. It's like so weird development. I don't know why. It just happened, right? But what can you do? So yeah, that was the last time we get to see those characters. Because now, what's going to end up happening is, I think this is the end. Yeah, so about this, we are going to be counting down, showing up what happens near the end, and then, predictions of what's coming up, which we probably already know what's coming up. Let's be honest here. Like, look at all this stuff. Alright? We all know what's coming up. It's Christmas. Come on. Christmas is coming up. We all know Xmas is the thing. December's always about the jolly fat man giving us presents. That's literally what this whole thing is going to be about. So yeah, the last update for the year is Xmas of Santa. Yep, Xmas. But with a twist, because Christmas with something else. This over here. The auditorium. Or the weird cathedral, whatever this is supposed to be called. I wonder why. I think you already know why. Because this has been hinted at for such a while now, and it's now finally coming into fruition, and it'll be interesting to see how they've ended up doing it altogether. Now, you've probably already seen what happened near the end, but I'm going to be having fun with the dialogue, because, oh boy, when we started the event of the new year off with me cringing at all the dialogue, and I'm saying, nah, no Mayfield, no Reggie, bad Reggie. But, besides that, yeah, I was doing this, like, Reggie, revenge! I wonder who it's gonna be. Man, that's a thinker. I don't know, guys. Maybe you will. Anyways, yeah, so now we're counting down to the end of the seconds here, and then, with that in mind, we'll be done. So, boom. You have won the event. Yay! I feel accomplished. So now you're curious. Yep. Nah, I did not see that wrong. $0. Again. So, yeah, guess what? You get this for free. I don't know why it's small, but don't question it. So yeah, even if you blocked out, you could have gotten it for free because of a bug. So whoops. I don't know. One person in particular, I'll give this person a shout. In closet Goosebumps fan, and he watches my videos as well as a lot of people too, and he does some Goosebumps Let's Plays. And I wanted to show off. You could click on this and nothing happens. One thing that's interesting though is that what he's been doing is that every time a quest ends, he actually records and the ending of the results of it for me, if I needed it to. And that's good, and I really do appreciate that, especially if, for whatever reason, my schedule is like, oh, I gotta work on the day that the event ends, so there's no way for me to record it, so I can then, if I use his video, I can then go ahead and say, hey, I'm gonna shout you out, I'm gonna steal, borrow it from you, hope you don't mind. Not much. And as predicted, we're going to look at all the other characters that got introduced, and we'll find out that, yeah, surprisingly, nothing is there. As it should be. They are useless. But Holly, Jolly, and Holly Jolly ending. Holly Jolly ending. Why did I do that? Oh, happy face. Oh, yay. And one thing we'll end it off on is this. Remember this? Yeah, it's been a while since we showed this off, but now the event ends and done. It's been a while since I was able to show that off, but I was happy I got to. So, yeah, that's that here. Oh, wow. That is a lot to take in. But that was the whole event. That was the whole update. And there's a lot to talk about. So let's just go ahead and dive right in. Alright, here it is. Now it's time to talk about the review. My opinions on this particular update, and the review cards are in the grades, as per usual. And let's take a look at it right now. So this is Chicken. So a few things to note here is the fact that this is the first kinda Thanksgiving event. I say kinda because originally, back in 2018, there was a Thanksgiving update, but not really. I mean, that's why I said it's the first kind of event, because, yeah, it was the first Thanksgiving event, but not really the first Thanksgiving update, if that makes sense. The book is based on the same name of this event. There has been, interesting fact is, new land has been added, as well as permanent book items, which is a nice feature. Thanks for that, Pixowl. And the event started back in November 6th and ended December 8th at 6 p.m. EST. Now, something I'll also mention before we go into the good and bad is that lately there has been some people that were curious about how the other events ended, when it started and when it ended, like namely the beginning ones. And that's kind of hard for me to do because it's been a while since I've actually done them, and I can't really track of time there. But what I can say is if you look at the Facebook posts back on Facebook with them, they actually go ahead and talk more about when those updates happen. So I advise you kind of look into that, because I know the 5 quests I have not done an update of telling you when these updates end, and I guess history purposes people will not know, but hey, I missed out on one of them, so you know, there's that. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about the goods here. So one good thing I'll mention is that the new land expansion for future updates, the fact that we got to see a little bit more land open up was very relieving, because we were getting close to finishing off all the land there, and the fact that we saw this land expand is a nice thing to say, oh, well, we have more plans in the future, don't worry, this thing is going to keep on going, baby. And honestly, looking at it, I'm kind of not hyped, but, you know, I'm kind of hopeful to see what will happen in the end of this whole story shebang. And, yeah, and one of the new things that happened was that the mansion that we saw very close is now coming closer. And, we'll have a feeling that we'll get very close to it very soon, but not yet. The event was easier for crafting and progression for the most part. Besides the monster diner stuff, all the other items are pretty much easy to get. You know, if you decide to, you know, give them some cash for some characters, then it would have made it a lot more easier. But overall, with the time and what you were given, for the most part, it was pretty doable for most people. I mean, they didn't get to finish the whole story, which sucks, but you know, they got a lot into it compared to the other ones that had back last time. The grand prize, a perfect reflection of the event theme. This is something that I have to give them credit for, because normally when it comes to the event grand prize, they usually has to be like the grand finale type of deal. And the item in question actually fit well with the whole Thanksgiving / chicken thing. And I really digged it. It's corny. It looks crappy, but I love it because it's that kind of B-movie horror humor that I expect. I can see this thing being in the Goosebumps show if that ever was a thing. Like that, it's that kind of corniness that I think can fit. Crystal's and Vanessa's animations and personality, to a lesser extent. I really did enjoy the animations they gave both to these two characters, and I do appreciate what they were trying to do with Crystal, with getting her lots of animations, but, you know, the price and everything, I'll talk more about that in the end of the bad stuff. But for the most part, I did like their personality and characteristics, mainly Vanessa. Crystal was more of a, she was made to make you kind of go, don't like her, but I do like the twist on it to try to relate into the game, and the Crystal here isn't really the Crystal in the books as per usual. I think the reason why that Crystal was in the game is because Emily kind of features the Crystal, like in the book she's supposed to be a person on a farm, and we already have a character like that, so basically Crystal wouldn't be non-existent, so they'd have to do another thing. And I think the way they kind of handle it, what I thought was a little bit better, but I don't blame people who don't say that otherwise. Last but not least, I kind of spoke about this a little bit, but yeah, the story was fun and fixed for some the original story. This had been memed on to be the worst book of R.L. Stein's original portfolio of the Goosebumps series, and that is saying something, namely meme by bloggers beware, as I mentioned in part 0. But all in all, I think they kind of had the two kind of connected, which was kind of interesting. But yeah, that was something to be up in hell. I kind of enjoyed the story. I digged it. I enjoyed what it was and this Thanksgiving tale. And I don't know. I just kind of I liked it. You know, that's just my opinion. But I feel like that was the kind of to fix the problem of the game. Now then, we're going to everyone's fun. We're going to the last thing that everyone loves to talk about. The thing that most people click on. They don't click on good stuff. Nah. They click on bad. Let's talk about why some things are bad about this update. Oh, and let's start off with that bundle glitches for some users to buy. As I mentioned before during this update, yes, in the beginning, for some reason, people were not able to buy the bundle. Don't know why that happened, but it happened, and it had to force them to reintroduce the bundle into the store to have them pop up and be there. So that was something that was new. So if you didn't get a chance to get it before, you got a chance to do it a longer time. So there's that, I guess. It went too quickly for premium players. This is more of a minor gripe from my concern, because namely you want to have a balance between having it be busy for players that's new and then players that are premium. And mind you, part of the reason I think this is the problem is because the game breaking curly and some of the premium characters dropping the harder items to grind for. I'm sure if that wasn't the case, it would have been more of an issue, but I don't know. Like, if you were like me and played this, you probably would have gotten this done real quick. You already saw how fast I got this whole thing done. And normally you would have that be a slow burn, but no, not this time for some reason. Again, minor complaints, but that's just something on my end. Not a lot of items to buy due to the unique items. Yeah, so normally, besides the older stuff that got introduced, when it came to this update in particular, not a lot of interesting stuff came in as far as unique goes. What I mean by this is that for some strange reason, items and theories and, well, how do I put this? The fact that most of these items were only one-time buys, besides some minor here, they were just kind of unique. Now, they're not as bad as, say, the Beware, Be Afraid, Be Very Afraid, where you only got stairs and everything else was like one-time only. This was not the case, but there were not really any possibilities to do anything besides buying one and then that's it. So, in the future, maybe have a balance between having items you can replace over and kind of decorate, kind of like what some of these done beforehand, but yeah, that barn! Yeah, the drops were awful, again, not surprising, namely because of how they've handled it before, and unfortunately I have to bring this up because, again, this is something that was pretty much a problem. And the reason why this is such a big complaint is because in order to get some of the monster items, you need the chicken legs. And the only way to get the chicken legs is to get through the barn, and it is a nuisance, especially for players who cannot afford to get the premium characters, which is what is the last big gripe with this update. If anything, you got 2 premium characters that were a little bit too much, one of them way too much, and none were freemium. What we've seen so far is that they at least introduced one character to have people buy available, so even if it's not like a character that's very useful in a sense, it's like, yeah, you got something, you got a new character walk around, and this has been a trend since, I believe, like, for a while now, like since maybe the beginning of April, they've started doing something like this, and it's interesting what they've been doing with it. But the fact that we got 2 premium instead of any freemium, that's kind of sad. But that's the way the boat works, I guess. Sometimes you have to work with that kind of stuff there. And that will be it. Now, as I've said before in my other videos, I've been starting to kind of do these reviews a little bit differently, and for the purposes of holding some information off, I will be showing off my whole review and perspective near the end of the year, because I think it's more fun that way to kind of pretend and guess where I put this update overall. But yeah, anyways, that will be it for now. So, what did you think of this update? Did you enjoy it as much as I did, or did you hate it? I know some of you hate it. I don't know who you are. But that's whatever it is. So that will be it for this video. And now we're going to move on to the fun part. The day of Christmas. Oh boy. So I've been Grim, and I'll be seeing you next time for whether Goosebumps HorrorTown playthrough comes in. And we already know what it is, so we're not going to play. So until then, happy Thanksgiving belatedness, and here comes Christmas. Oh boy, oh holly jolly nightmare.